Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, remains of World War II airman from Peterborough to be buried 74 years after crash. An American airman is being buried more than 70 years after he crashed on a Pacific island during World War II. Army Air Force Staff Sergeant Roy Davis of Peterborough, New Hampshire, was a gunner. He and the pilot were aboard an A-20G Havoc bomber on March 12, 1944, that failed to return to base in northeastern New Guinea after attacking enemy targets on the island. Attempts to find the aircraft and crew were unsuccessful. Davis, 26, and Second Lieutenant Val Bird were declared dead in 1949. In 2001, a crash site with pieces of wreckage was found in a remote area of Paru, Nguyen. Recovered remains were identified as birds in 2013. In 2016, a Defense PO/MIA accounting agency team excavated the crash site and recovered additional remains that turned out to be Davis. Genetic testing, as well as dental records and other analysts, matched them to his family. Norman Davis, 87, of Peterborough, was 12 years old when his brother, the oldest of 5 children, went missing. He said his family didn't hear about the wreckage and the remains until last year. Norm Davis said some of his brother's bones were recovered, as well as his teeth. Roy Davis will be buried June 23rd in Amesbury, Ashby, Massachusetts. The accounting agency says currently there are 72,917 service members still unaccounted from World War II. Davis's name was recorded on the walls of the missing at the Manual American Cemetery, an American Battle Monuments Commission site in the Philippines. A rosetta will be placed next to his name to indicate he's been accounted for. Demonstrators hold Father's Day vigil outside Boston's ICE facility. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
Say that no, separating children from family is immoral, is unjust, is wrong, and we will stand up and we will let our voices be known
Okay, that is raw video from the demonstration today. On Father's Day, organizers took to Boston's own ICE detention center in a show of solidarity with families being separated under the government's zero-tolerance immigration policy. Activists gathered around 3 p.m. around Broadstone Street for a vigil outside the center. According to a Facebook event, organized have been hosting vigils on Sunday for some years. Marches held signs reading, "Immigration rights are human rights," and "We see you, we love you." One sign was written in Spanish and English saying, "On this Father's Day, we're thinking of you. Your families are thinking of you with love, too." One of the demonstrators tweeted a video that appears to show detainees inside the center waving back and holding signs that read, "Thank you." The center sits near the Massachusetts Avenue connector to the Southeast Expressway, and drivers pass by honking their horns to support the demonstrators. The vigil comes in wake of public outcry to the Trump administration policy that changes every adult caught crossing the border illegally with federal crimes, resulting to them being separated from their children without a procedure in place to reunite the family. The Department of Homeland Security spokesman said Friday that nearly 2,000 children have been separated from their parents and guardians between April 19 and May 31st of this year. The children have been placed in holding facilities, and images from these facilities and from family separations have resulted in a public outcry. President Donald Trump has blamed Democrats for the situation, even though his administration insisted the change. The Boston vigil was one of dozens of demonstrations that have taken place since last week. Committee members call for peace after deadly attack in Lewiston Park. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
Today's Modern Pest phrase of the day is pop quiz.
Tell me everything you know about spiders.
There are thousands of different types of spiders found worldwide, but only a handful of
To learn more, visit our pest library online at modernpest.com.
Happening now, a call for peace in Lewiston after a man was beaten to death in the city's Kennedy Park last week. Members of the local immigrant community stood together outside City Hall this morning to send the message that violence has no place in Lewiston. 38-year-old Donald Geesty died Friday from injuries he suffered during a Tuesday night brawl. Some of the victim's family members showed up at today's event to show solidarity and join the call for peace.
We're heartbroken, we're broken as a community. We just all have to come together as one to know that we can walk through the park at night and nothing's going to happen.
Kennedy Park should be a place where people of all races and religion feel comfortable enjoying the beauty of our city. It's time for all residents of Lewiston to come together and put an end to the violence.
Lewiston police have yet to identify any suspects in last week's deadly beating. Bouchard released a statement asking for patience and saying he has asked that police give an update on Tuesday on, quote, exactly what measures are being taken to make our city safer in the wake of this tragic incident.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Trump doesn't lie to American people. He speaks in a particular vernacular, Bannon said. Former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon said that his knowledge President Donald Trump has never lied to the American people. Bannon was responding to ABC News chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl after he played video of Trump on a campaign trail in August 2016, telling supporters, "I will never lie to you. I will never tell you something I do not believe. I will always tell you the truth." And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night, everyone. Bye.